Hi there guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing one fragrance and I'll put up one list. I do apologize in the beginning, voice is down a little bit. I have a tonsil problem now. I'm taking antibiotics. Once again, yes, don't even. So as I told you, it's early morning, it's around 4:30. So I finally have this fragrance, one of the best regarded coffee fragrance in the community. This is, I once again do not know how to pronounce this. It's a Greek name, I guess. Theodoros Kalotinis or Kalotinis. Okay, so this fragrance is called Coffee Addict. It's in EDP concentration and it's 50 ml. I don't know if they're bigger bottle sizes, but I only saw sellers are selling 50 ml. So this is kind of not very expensive, but not very cheap also for a 50 ml. Prices go up to $60-65 for 50 ml here with shipping and everything. So overseas, I don't know how much it's costing. Packaging is minimalist, but the fragrance is very special. I'll let you know why. I have shown this in recent one of the videos and I did talk about it briefly. So let's go. So here's the packaging. The packaging looks like nice, not bad, nothing fancy really. The name Theodoros Kalotinis. I have to start practicing saying these names. Perfumer, and the fragrance name is not here. It's actually on the sticker. They have a sticker here. They put the name Coffee Addict EDP, and there the website at the side, the code. Nothing much happening anywhere else except the base. Okay, so you can read all that. So it's a small little packaging, and the bottle, it's actually like looks like a Decant bottle, but it's okay. I don't mind. Sometimes look like Hachivat or Nishane fragrances, the smaller ones, but these are not very premium looking bottles. But you know, the cap also is thin plastic. Let me spray. And sprayer, let me not waste the juice, let me wear one more here. Okay, sprayers are okay, small bursts. So this one doesn't click onto place or anything, I just keep it here. So I'll talk about this fragrance, and I'll let you know if it is one of the best ever. Okay, definitely it's one of the best coffee scents I have encountered in a while. Okay, I reviewed not that many, but in my channel, on my journey, I reviewed quite a few. Okay, and I tried a few more. So among the names, I would say, like if I wrote them down because I tend to forget nowadays. I think I'm heading towards that phase. Okay, so basically, if you know, closest thing to this, cheapest thing to this is this fragrance that I have within my like reach. It's called French Coffee by Fragrance World. I think this is a cheaper version of this one. And then there's also Latafa Khamra Kawa. That one apparently has some coffee. Pure Coffee by Thierry Mugler, and Amin, Angelman, has coffee in it. Then Salvatore Ferragamo Vumo, it has kind of like a sweet tiramisu coffee slash like that kind of feel. Then they have Halloween Man X, I think. Halloween Man, yeah, that one. Halloween Man X, I think, has coffee, sweet coffee. Kerosene Followed, I think the same fragrance actually. Coffee Break by Mason Martin Margiela. Acro Awake, and then Polo Red has some sort of sweet, fruity coffee nuance. Okay, so I have reviewed actually few more, but coffee for me is not a real note in any fragrance. They use different notes to give it a feel of coffee. So this fragrance is one of the realistic, and if I may say so, for some people to be too realistic for their own liking or good, and I'll let you know why. So this has some goods, this has some bads. First thing, let me talk about the smell, then I'll talk about positives and negatives. So what I'm getting from here, okay, the dry down, always smell a fragrance after spraying like 30 seconds or 1 minute. Do not like smell it right away. I've seen many people, they do that. You know, it's not good for your nose. Sometimes if there's alcohol, it will disturb or like harm your nostrils. So first thing that I get, it's very sweet and definitely reminds me of like a nice glass of hazelnut, like a coffee, definitely coffee, sweet coffee, the designer's coffee, you can say. I do drink Davidoff Nescafe, sometimes the gold blend, and I do like coffee, but at times coffee makes me jumpy, so I stick to my tea. Like usually I gave up sugar, so I'm just drinking like regular tea with lemon. But you get that, you know, like caramelized coffee with a lot of sweetness. This one, if a fragrance could give you diabetes, this fragrance can. You know, this is so sweet. This has notes like coffee, caramel, I think vanilla, and then perhaps cacao. Very simple notes breakdown, so you get all that from this. Okay, but for me, this is an unisex fragrance. This one doesn't have any gender specialty, like male only, female only. I think both genders will like it a lot. I remember another fragrance, I think Billie Eilish, by Billie Eilish, like number one, or fragrances like I think Zerge of Lyra, or the other ones was the red one, Zerge of Italica. If you like those kind of a gourmand, sweet, kind of like a very sweet, heavy vanilla fragrances, you will really like this. Okay. Uh, the coffee is very pronounced, but more than the coffee, I get the frothy milk, the caramel, the foam, whatever they put up there. Like what's that thing I'm trying to remember? They put like that extra. What's the thing like creme brulee or something like that? Like they put that on top of it. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So let me remember what's that term actually. Yeah, I think I did say cream, but I was thinking more of like a whipped cream. Like if you like whipped cream, this is the smell. Absolutely, like it hits the spot every single way that's possible that you'd imagine. This is it. Like whatever you imagine in a fragrance that has coffee, this has it. This one doesn't have the burning coffee note. It does try to peek through, or try to look up, like, hey, I am there, but mostly sweetness takes down the coffee, like raw coffee, a little bit more. Like if you really want to get that feel of the raw coffee, you have to smell Amen or pure coffee. I think those give you more bitter coffee feel. But I think if it was too bitter, then it would not be like a very crowd favorite. I am pretty sure many people love this in the community. So it's a very sweet tooth, heavy caramel slash coffee fragrance with that hazelnut for me, or the whipped cream. Even I would say, as far as going, I would say there is perhaps they put like honey sort of flavor. This one has that. So definitely like a winter fragrance. You try to put this on warmer weather. I think this will be a bit unpleasant, a bit bitter and too sweet. Winter time, absolute love. Okay, this is gonna really work for you. Great performance. I would not say 10 out of 10. I would say somewhere like 8 out of 10 for longevity and projection. The Let's talk about the negatives a little bit. Like if I want to criticize each fragrance, you have to give both sides. Criticism wise, this is not going to work for everybody. Okay, even if you love like Halloween Man X or something like some of the other ones like Latafakawa, Kamrakawa, you might feel, oh, those are easy to wear. This perhaps will be a bit challenging to wear because this is kind of on the niche territory, or I don't know, like this is like a more mature nose kind of a fragrance. Another thing I would say, this fragrance, the value wise, if these fragrances are 50 mls, like it translates to something like, if it was 100 ml, it would be like $120. So it's not really everybody's budget like friendly fragrance. So it's that bit expensive, but not super expensive like many others. Okay, the bottle size I have like issue with smaller bottle sizes, and the packaging is not very premium. That's another thing if you really want to buy as a consumer. Then next one, I would say this fragrance, someone said it and I absolutely agree. This is not my credit. This is that person on Fragrantica who said it. They said this is kind of like the artistic approach towards a fragrance. This is more of a concept than a fragrance itself. Like what I think he was trying to say is that this fragrance is so realistic that you wear it like imagine, like this is one called Coffee Addict. Then maybe they have some more like malt or something like a cigar, okay, or something like I don't know, uh, hay or something. So each of those fragrances will be like very specific to those notes. So this is very specific to that coffee sort of territory. So some people may feel like this is a bit unwearable. Like I would want my fragrance to be a little bit more of other notes, like in oud, right? If you wear pure oud, it's going to be really, really off-putting thing for many. Okay, it will be too skanky, too dark, and too harsh. If you, let's say, have something like mukhallat al shams, they mix with mukhallat, mix with oud and some of the other ingredients, so it makes it more wearable. Say add some florals, some gourmand, some honey or something, amber. So what happens with those is like the oud becomes more wearable. If you wear straight up Cambodian oud, I'm pretty sure 100 out of 100 people will not appreciate it or approve it or can wear it. So that's what I'm trying to say. My main caution I'll give you, I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance or anything. To my nose, from my perspective, this fragrance you really have to test drive. Do not blind buy. Okay, if you live in a summer dominant country where it's so high heat and humidity, this fragrance will never work for you. Trust me. If you go out, you'll see like it's disappearing quickly and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. stick to your designers like Salvatore Ferragamo, Uomo. Those are more mainstream. This is not mainstream, right? So it's not a criticism per se, but I would just throw the caution out there that this is not for everybody. So I would say it's not really love it or hate it, but it's something to understand. So Acro or Acro Awake, I love that as much as I love this. That fragrance is just phenomenal, and I did smell kerosene follow. I think that fragrance was a masterpiece as well. These three fragrances, all these three, are top-notch coffee fragrances. Okay, if you get any of those, I think you're not gonna go wrong. Okay, so sadly I don't have those fragrances with me. I had a sample of the Acro, but I gave it away as a gift. And the kerosene, I might perhaps like buy a decant and review it. Okay, so overall this fragrance is so good. Photorealistic realistic kind of a coffee, and it's surreal, like like surreal, like that's the word, how good this is. But that's just to my nose. If I tried this like say 6, 7, 10 years back, perhaps I would say this is too sweet for my liking, this. So I can tell it's not for beginners. Overall, my rating on this fragrance, I will give this, where this one stays in a coffee world, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Why 9? Because the bottle size of this thing is 50 ml, and some people may say you poor. Yeah, I am. So poor man's coffee, no, not really. But this is luxury in a bottle. You can carry it in your purse. Look at the bright side, women can carry it in their purse. Just like before you enter a restaurant, you just put it some on your like neck area or the hair. I think this would suit women better, like my humble opinion, my 2 cents. Men can wear it definitely with a lot of flair if you have that personality. Okay, how many sprays? 3 to 4 sprays for the whole night. Okay, there you go. Coffee Addict by, last time I'm gonna try, Theodoros Kalotinis Perfumer. I give it a 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, and do let me know how you enjoyed this fragrance. Take care.